Hello, hello, good afternoon. I am introducing myself. This is Rajesh Reddy. This is Dr. Rajesh Reddy. I am a civil aspirant too. I am going to teach you the anthropology subject of civil service examination. As anthropology is the books availability of anthropology are very least, so I am helping on my part to the civil aspirants who is having an anthropology subject. Meanwhile, if you have any doubts or if you have any thoughts, please share along with me as I am also a civil aspirant. Presently, I am going to speak on organic evolution. Organic evolution, part 1. Let us start the organic evolution. First, we have to discuss about the organic evolution. What is evolution? What is evolution? Evolution is a descent with modification. That is, a modification is occurring as the process is going on. Why this modification is need to be occurred? Because due for the survival, there should be a modification. Why there is a need to be survival? Because to survive an organism, it has to be modified along with the environmental changes. That is evolution. What is organic evolution? Organic evolution is the origin of new species. Underline this one, new species. Organic evolution is the origin of new species of organisms, whatever it may be. It may be smaller to larger one, whatever organism it may be. That is origin of new species, including humans. It also includes, that is from ancestors who previously lived on the earth. That is from A to B. A new organism. B has came from A. Hmm? A lived in the past. B is the present new organism which came from the modification of A. Why this modification occurred? For the survival. That is organic. There are two types of development in organisms. That is via ontogeny and phylogeny. Remember these two words. Two different types of development. Ontogeny and phylogeny. Ontogeny is primarily concerned about the history of development of individual organism. Please remember the bold letter words which I am going to underline that one. Ontogeny is primarily concerned with the history of development of individual organisms. Individual organisms, that is growth and development. That is ontogeny is primarily concerned with the history of development of individual organisms. That is, it only specifies about the individual organisms. That you have to remember. Ontogeny is development of the individual organisms. Phylogeny deals with the evolution of genetically related. Phylogeny deals with the evolution of genetically related. That is DNA. Genetics means DNA relation is DNA. Phylogeny deals with the evolution of genetically related group of organisms. That is individual organisms. Ontogeny is. Phylogeny deals with the group of organisms. Phylogeny deals with the group of organisms in contrast to the development of individual organism. Okay, have you understand one? Ontogeny is individual. Phylogeny deals with group of organism, that is evolution of genetically related organism. Why there is related to group of organism in contrast to the development of the individual organism. Okay, in the phylogeny, ontogeny we have on it. There are three phases: pre-Darwin, Darwin phase, and post-Darwin. Pre-Darwin, post. Pre-Darwin, Darwin phase, and post-Darwin phase. Post. Three phases are there: pre-Darwin phase, post-Darwin. First, we discuss about the pre-Darwin phase. In pre-Darwin phase, we first starting with the 4th century BC. Theophrastus, a Greek, has written a book on seed germination. That is, seed going to be formed day and everything from seed. How seed has germinated, everything. In 4th century BC, Theophrastus, a Greek, has written a book on seed germination. Seed germination is important point. Some early Greeks believed that heredity among humans was question of which sex dominated in the sex act. Pre-formation. Pre-formation. Pre means before. Formation means it is formed. Before form. Every organism must therefore contain in its reproductive organs an infinite series representing all of its future descendants. That is, an organism A is there. It has reproductive organs with infinite series that represents the future descents. B is the future descents. That is, V is the future descents. Okay. Pre-formation means pre means before. Every organism must therefore contain in its reproductive organs an infinite series. Infinite series representing all of its future descents. It represents all of its future descents. Okay. Ovis means females. That is, which has the part ovary glands, everything. That is female organs. That is believed that female possessed this future of series. Spermis means males. Male reproductive organisms. That it has males. What pre-formation? About they are discussing about the pre-formation. Okay. In the pre-Darwin phase, we move on to Linnaeus suggested two-layered theory. This important is two-layered theory. Linnaeus suggested a two-layered theory which held that the outer layer, including the vascular system, derived from father. Vascular system derived from the father, and inner layer, nervous system, from mother. Outer layer is vascular system. Outer layer is vascular system. Inner layer is nervous system. Who said that one? Linnaeus said that one. Okay. The nervous system comes from mother. Okay. At that time, the people believed that plants lack sexuality. In the pre-Darwin phase, people believed that plant lacked sexuality as conventional wisdom of that day. Okay. And plants lack sexuality. Okay. End of the 17th century, the presence of sex organs in plants demonstrated by Rudolf Camerarius. Okay. The 17th century, the people believed that plants have sex organs in plants, sex organs in plants demonstrated by Rudolf Camerarius. Hybridization experiments finally culminated in universal law of genetics by Mendel. Okay, universal law of genetics by Mendel. We can discuss in the next part that one. theory of inheritance of acquired characters. Theory of inheritance of acquired characters. Acquired, how the characters have been acquired, the different scientists have approached different way. First we discussed about the Jean-Baptiste de Lamarck. First is Jean-Baptiste Lamarck. He said that the modifications which the organism acquires in adaptation to the environments, that is modifications that are occurring in an organism for the adaptation to the environment which meets during its lifetime, that is during its lifetime, at any lifetime, during its lifetime, are automatically handed over to the next generation, that is descends. That is, if an organism having some part, some any part, that organism has, that part has been elongated due to, that is modification with the surrounding environment during its lifetime, that part modification is transferred to the further descent, that is further part. He explained it one in the Philosophy Zoology 1809. Okay, D. Mark explained it in the 1809. That is Lamarckism. Lamarckism is, it is four propositions. Propositions he has given. Remember that one. The first one is living organisms and their component parts tends continuously increase in size. That is, he said that living organisms, their component parts are continually to increase in size. He said that living organism, their components parts continuously going to be increased. Okay. Next, production of new organ, that is a new organ is formed as a result from a new need, that is organ is formed as there is a need for that one. Okay, he said that a new organ is formed. Why the organ is formed? Because there is a need for that one, that part. Okay, and forms the new movement which needs start and maintains. Okay, first one is parts to be continuously increasing. Second, organ is formed because as there is a requirement for that organ. Okay, if an organ is used constantly, he is saying about constant word. First one is increasing, second one is new organ formation, second one is using constantly. If it is using constantly, then he says that it is highly developed part. Okay, if an organ is using constantly, it is highly developed plant. Whereas disuse results in degeneration. That is, disuse results in degeneration means loss. Degeneration means loss of that part. Okay, if an organ is used constantly, it will tends to become highly developed, whereas disuse results in degeneration. That is, if an organ is using constantly, if it is using that one, suppose for example, in the sense of an exercise, suppose if you are doing daily exercise, your muscles will be increased.